because the police had failed to solve the case of her daughter being assaulted. An outraged mother went so far as to rent 3 billboards, using them to publicly mock the police chief for his inaction. Officer Dixon was on his usual patrol when he spotted the billboards. The words printed there made his blood boil. Chief Willoughby, nicknamed Old Will, was highly respected in the department. For the sake of Old Will's reputation and the reputation of the police itself, Dixon felt he had to get to the bottom of this. So he asked one of the workers what the rest of the message said. What exactly was going on with Old Will? The worker pointed toward the second billboard down the road, forcing Dixon to drive over there. When Dixon saw it, he rushed over to the worker installing it and demanded, "What is this? How could something like this even be put up here?" The worker glanced at the billboard behind him, then turned back and calmly said, "It's just an ad."
Something obscure. I'll say, yeah.
Noticing Dixon was a cop, the worker spat on the ground in defiance. Dixon seized the chance, saying that spitting like that might be a violation of environmental protection laws, which gave him, as a police officer, the right to arrest him. But the worker wasn't intimidated in the least.
Officer Dixon, how about you go have yourself a look at that first billboard over there?
Instead, he suggested Dixon drive up ahead and look at the first billboard, then come back and talk to him about protecting the environment. Left with no choice, Dixon got in his car and headed for the first billboard. When he read what was written on it, he could only mutter a single line.
Fuck me.
He immediately phoned Old Will. The chief was in the middle of dinner with his family, and he snapped, "If you've got something to say, then spit it out." Dixon briefly explained the situation, because while the first billboard only had a few words, the message carried enormous weight. 7 months ago, Mildred's daughter was bullied. Yet to this day, the small-town police have failed to solve the case. Driven by grief and anger, Mildred erected 3 billboards as her counterattack. Her plan worked. Now the entire town can see the stark accusations plastered across those towering billboards.